fancy intro. Cha-cha-cha. Welcome back, everybody. jtxdesertrat here. And we have another episode of WafflePack. Now, first of all, let me go ahead and say, if you hear noise in the background, some loud bangs and booms, don't worry. Nobody's shooting inside my house except for me. But this is actually being recorded on the 4th of July. It won't be up until well after that, while I'm probably on vacation. But yeah, so don't worry about them bangs and booms. It's nothing important, so don't sweat it. But I've got some stuff lined up for this episode, and we'll go ahead and jump on in. And I'm pretty excited about it. As you can see, I have finally fixed up the rat hole, so it's a little nicer. I haven't done anything up here. Ooh. Oh, well, it's just getting daylight. Never mind. I haven't done anything up here other than out here. If we come, oh no, creepers. Okay, well, I'll just have to show you from here. This wall right here, if you look, it says conduit facade. This one says dark oak wood planks. So this is now a conduit facade. I have a conduit. It's running up to the roof. That's also a conduit facade. And then my the 2 solar panels that I have left are on top of the roof. So now I don't have to go outside anymore. I will eventually put right there another elevator so that we can get up top when we're adding more. Hopefully one day I'll have this entire roof covered with solar panels, and that's how we'll be getting our power, so we won't have to worry about anything. But until then, at least we're safe in here. Now I still have to go outside if I want to use the smeltery, but I'm not really going to be using it too often, I don't think. So this is what we have for now, and the farm down here is still going along. We're not getting too much energy, so some of the stuff is building up. It's kind of tough getting enough stuff to help all this grow without the power. After the creepers blew up the stuff, I'm still pretty frustrated over that. So I'm lacking in power, and that is really a bummer. Now, for this episode, I was thinking there's a couple of things I was looking at. One is this, the jetpacks. So if I can make a jetpack and it runs off RF, I can store up RF and then fly. The problem is I don't have power. It all keeps coming down to the power, and I can't get power without going and gathering materials, and I can't gather materials really too much without power, because I need to go into the nether. I need to do dangerous stuff in there. I would feel more comfortable with some better armor. I would love to have some dark steel armor, but until I get that stuff, until I get that power, man, it's tough. We're struggling. And I do have down here, this is some glowstone. I've got a couple of glowstone around here somewhere, but just not enough. The crops aren't doing well enough to really get anything going good. Let's go ahead and throw those in there. Is that where they need to go? Oh, well, I guess it doesn't really matter until this thing gets power. So let's go back up here, find some kind of food that we can throw in there. Let me see. You know what? We can always just fall back on potatoes. I'm starting to run a little low on potatoes, so get 2 stacks out. I don't want to be using them too much for this. It's nice if I have the automated farm running with a good source of power that I can just oh, that's the wrong one. That I can just grow as many potatoes as I need and not have to worry about it. But it's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious loop with all this power. But that jetpack, I would love to have that jetpack going. Huh. Wow, so some of this holds an awful lot. Of course, we'd have to start small with a conductive iron one. Let's see what we need to make this. It doesn't look too bad. A couple of basic capacitors, a couple of basic gears, and that would make that. And then we'd need 2 of those. Some more conductive iron. Leather strap is too easy. And another basic capacitor, so we'd need like 3 basic capacitors. What is that? Oh, and it has to be worn as a chest plate. Alright, well then. Let's go ahead and start out making up. And of course, we don't have enough for that. So let's. Bam. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Booyah. Let's make 1, 2, 3. That's how many we need to get started. And the conductive iron was just redstone and iron. How are we doing on? We should be really good on redstone. Yeah, really good on redstone. Okay. Alright, I don't know why I threw that redstone back in there. Let me go ahead and take some back out. And then I've got some iron on me. And I believe we should have quite a bit of iron as well. I was smelting some earlier. And we can go ahead and smelt that as well. Well, heck. Did I already use it all? You know what? I think I've got some more ore in here. Yes, I do. Got some more ore in here. Not a whole bunch, but some nonetheless. So let's go ahead and throw that redstone ore in there, that silver ore. Oops. Oops. Tag mail, there we go. Ah, there it is. That's what I was looking for. I thought we had more iron because of that, because I had smelted some. So we did. It's just not cooked up yet is what it is. And throw all those in there. We'll get that cooked up. And give me some more potatoes. Alright, that thing's still slowly going. Alright, so we got the iron producing. We needed the high, and I threw all the redstone back, didn't I? Alright, and until that stuff gets done, we're just gonna let it keep on cooking. I'm not gonna stop anything for now, but I'm gonna let that cook. I'm gonna step away and do some research on a couple things, and when I'm done, I'll be back. Alright. Alright, I was looking up everything, trying to get everything sorted until I get more resources. And the only way I'm going to get more resources is if I just constantly use the watering can, and sit down there in the garden, water, harvest, water, harvest, water, harvest. We're really not going to be able to do much of anything. And then running out and trying to grab an enderman now and then, get some ender pearls. We're just going to be at a loss. So I'm not going to make y'all suffer through that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it here. As soon as I've got some more resources, maybe some more ender pearls, some more items we can use to actually get more power, then I'll pop back on and we'll finish this video up. But hopefully for you, I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. I went ahead and did some grinding. It was slow, man. It's since the last time I was talking to you guys, it's been hours, like 6 hours. It's been a long time. But I've done some grinding. As you can see now, we've actually got over 1 million in our capacitor. We've got 1.5 million, and it's been rough. Now, the way we did this was I came up here. I went ahead and took this from the one we had down in the basement because I just don't have the ender pearls to waste to make another one. So I took this one from the furthest down level that we have and I put it up here. And as you can see, we're back to the point. It's taken this long to get back to the point that we were before the creeper attack. Now that creeper attack, man, it just I came close to even just ending the series. I mean, it was that bad. It's just been so difficult to get anything going here and to get things up to level where I can do anything except for constantly grind. I do understand it's a survival game. It's meant to be a little difficult and you have to survive hardships and whatnot, but I don't want to just survive. Just to survive, I can make a little shack like this and I can put me some crops in it and I can just eat potatoes and sleep. That's surviving. But that's not how I want to play. I actually want to and I'm a bad gamer. There's other people on here that, I mean, within a couple of days they just had oodles and oodles of stuff, but I don't use mods that often. I don't know the ins and outs of a lot of this stuff, so I'm learning as I go, and it's been pretty rough, but I want to thrive. So I want to constantly improve. I want to advance. I want to get to the point where I don't have to worry about these guys, say, blowing up something I have, like my solar panels, and then all of a sudden I'm stranded because I couldn't do anything. I mean, I couldn't run the machinery I had. I couldn't run all this stuff because I had no power, and then I didn't have any backup. I mean, I had my little generators back here, my little culinary generator, my death generator, which, by the way, I added some more capacitors just in case I started getting excess energy. I want to harness all that extra energy I can get and save it somewhere just in case something does happen. I'll have something to fall back on. But I don't want to be to the point where my entire survival is dependent on me constantly mining coal. That's just ridiculous, and it's no way to play a game where all you do is find a fuel source, use the fuel source, and that's it. Then what's the point of the game? You have to advance. You have to constantly increase and get better. Otherwise, it's not fun for me, and I'm sure it's not fun for you guys. But now I think I'm to a point. I have the Solium dagger here where I was trying to get chunks from an Enderman, which will help me actually eventually get seeds where I can grow Ender pearls, and I don't have to be so reliant, because as soon as I get Ender pearls, because what I've done so far, let me go down here. What I've done so far is I've extended this out a little bit, made the area a little larger. In fact, I should have one more open up on this side to make it max efficiency, because I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5 on this side, and I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. That means I'm actually wasting a whole row over here by not having it open. But the seeds that I planted over here, I now have 1 gold seed. I struggled while I was gathering all that stuff and farming and doing everything. I gathered enough to make 1 gold seed. So I got a gold seed now. I've got an iron seed in here. And I've got a glowstone seed in here. Now, what the gold is going to do, the gold and the glowstone, they are going to be tremendous in helping me to make the energetic alloy, which I'm going to need to make the vibrant alloy, which is going to keep us supplied with what we need, basically what we need to make more power, to make more solar panels. Now, I know there's other methods, there's other ways to get energy, other fuel sources and ways to get energy. I think there's something in your draconic evolution, I believe it is, draconic evolution, that you can get power that way and do stuff with it. But that's further game. That's further down the road. I can't really do much with it now. So right now I'm just trying to find an early game source of energy to keep me in machinery have things automated so that I can just get by. And this is the lowest we can go now, because the level under here, if you remember where the tunnels are, that's the elevator I took out for up above. So now we have plenty of storage, we have our crafting grid, we have our machinery that we need to make items, but we're still squeaking by. We're just squeaking by the skin of our teeth. And the problem is, if you can see right now, I'm getting plus 60 RF per tick. Now the machine downstairs, I believe, is drawing about 40 or 60 RF per tick. So it's taking up a lot of juice, but I have to keep it running because it's our automated farm. So it has to stay going. And the problem with this is that as soon as it gets nighttime, we're not producing any energy. We're back to square one, and we start losing energy again. And the machine's all cut off now because of those capacitors. It holds us and keeps us going through the night at this point, but just barely. Now the problem, I wouldn't have been able to even get this far if a lot of other people, as you can see right now, it's really late at night. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's only me on the server. If there were a bunch of other people on the server, I wouldn't be able to sleep. And yeah, if I can't sleep, it doesn't become daylight again, and my solar panels stop producing. So we're kind of lucky that it is just us, or just me on the server right now, because if not, yeah, I'd be in a world of hurt. A couple of the things that I'd like to do that I had discussed before was setting up the mob farm. I can always go and make a traditional mob farm. I've never been good at those. They never seem to work right for me. I don't know why. They just don't seem to go well. But I might end up having to do that just to get the items I need to keep things going. If anything, it'll supply us with plenty of rotten flesh to toss in the old death generator and get us some extra power, and maybe a couple of extra items, which will be good, and that can help us down the road. But the one I really wanted to make, the one I was looking forward to making, I just can't do until I've got more power, because it runs on RF, and what it does is it pulls in mobs from a huge area around me. Anything that spawns around my house or anything, it basically pulls them into a small room and it drops them onto spikes. And so then they die on those spikes, and all their goodies go into a chest, and then I can harvest the chest. And it's an excellent grind. It's the best one I've ever seen, that I've ever used, which I'm sure there's better ones out there, more efficient ones out there, but for me, it's the best one I've ever come across that I've used personally. And I love it. It's a simple setup and all that, but I just can't do it until we get this sorted out. So the problem that I have right now is getting that power, like I said, and making these cells is rough. Everything, the vibrant alloy, the pulsating iron, they all require ender pearls, and that's where I'm hurting right now. I've got everything set up right now, like with the energetic alloy right now downstairs. Do I have a redstone one? I may not have a redstone one yet, but we've been real lucky on finding tons of redstone, so I'm not too worried about the redstone at this time. But we do have now a plant that's producing gold. We have a plant that's producing glowstone. So eventually we'll have these in good supply. And I will eventually have a redstone plant, so we can get plenty of energetic alloy. And that's our main thing, our main number one item that we need, because bam, you need the energetic alloy to make your vibrant alloy, and you need both of them to make this photovoltaic cell. And even with this, you need energetic alloy to make your doggone capacitor. Now when we get into this one, this one's even higher up. You need we're gonna need a whole different thing where we have to use a soul vial, and we have to build a soul binder, which is a whole other machine, to make a vibrant crystal, and there's a lot that goes into making that one. So we're not even going to worry about it for now. That's further down the road, much further down the line, and it takes 3 of these, I believe. What is it? Yep, 3 of those to make 1 of these. So as long as we're not making these orange ones, because these orange ones are just, that's it. You make it once, it gives you 10 RF per tick, and it's there forever. So you're kind of stuck with it. But if you make the advanced photovoltaic cells, then even though they're expensive, it's a constant supply of energy, of free energy. And like I said on my video about my mod spotlight about the solar power, these are the way to go, because if we do want to upgrade, all we have to do is take the ones we've already made and we can combine them with this stuff here, and bam, produce us an even better one that is more powerful, which is exciting in and of itself. Now, that's where we stand right now. Things are going slow. They're coming together slow. It's a struggle, but that means the payoff's going to be that much better, because it's a slow struggle. It's a hard struggle. I'm not happy with everything. I'm not happy with how slow it is. I'm not happy with how some of the stuff's going, but a lot of that has to do with my ignorance. I'm just ignorant about a lot of the mods that are on here. I don't know them as well as I should. There's probably a lot quicker and easier ways to do the things I'm trying to do. I mean, right now I'm scared to death to hardly go mining or anything, or even go searching for stuff, just because if I die now that I have the gray pet, it's a little better because I keep my items. But just because I die so much, I go out there and I die. Thank goodness I found that gray pet, because it has been miserable going out there and dying, and then I end up dying 4 or 5 more times just trying to recover my items. So this thing is invaluable. So glad to have it. So would rather have it than any other, even more than my chicken pet. I'm glad to have that gray pet. It's just handy dandy. But now that I know not to put a backpack on my back, it's all good. But I do have an idea. We had stopped early game. We had been looking for a cloud pet, and I had kind of gotten away from it because I thought, well, it's going to be too easy. I'm just going to get to the point where I can go into the nether. We're going to grab a ghast, and then we're going to make that angel ring. I even set up my my area down here, if you remember, with the water mill, so that we would have plenty of grid power to fly and to power the ring, and we would be good to go. So that's more than enough power to handle any needs we might have. And then I went to the nether and I died, and I died, and I died. And the thing about it is, if you're making the angel ring, let me show you. If you're making the, oops, if you're not spelling angel ring right, if you're making the angel ring, we've looked at this before, and we've got the bat. In fact, we got 2 bats because I thought we'd make 2, one to fall back on. You have to make the cursed lasso. To make the cursed lasso, you need a drop of evil. To get a drop of evil, you have to go into the nether. You have to find wither skeletons, and it's a rare drop from a wither skeleton. Well, as much trouble as I had in the nether just trying to get doggone tiny items, just trying to get soul sand, just trying to get a stack of netherrack, just trying to basically get anything. And then every time I go to the nether, I come out in someone else's nether portal, and I'm far away from my own land. I have to make my way back here. It's a pain, and I don't see this happening anytime soon, because I don't think I'll survive enough to even find some wither skeletons. It's just that rough in there. It's that rough. And so what I might do is go ahead and focus on the jetpack and use the jetpack to locate clouds, because the way we've been doing it is we would build up to clouds and try to get our cloud pet. So hopefully we can use this, and maybe we can find one. So I'm going to start building this now. Let's see. So we're going to need 4 basic gears. Let's see. Boom. Alright. Now we have our jetpack. Alright, and if I'm not mistaken, you have to take that off to put the jetpack on. And there we go. Look at that. Look at that. We are high speed with our jetpack. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now, I think what I have to do... Yeah. Sexy. Alright, I think what I have to do is charge the jetpack. Let me throw that in there too. Take that and put in there. I can't see if it's oh yeah, there it is down there. It's charging up. Bam. Okay, it's charged. I don't know how long this flies. I don't know how long it'll sustain me. So what we're gonna do is we'll go out and test. Give it a quick test-a-rooney. Here we go. Oh, look at that. The fuel, 95, 94. Oh, that should be plenty. Now and right over there is a temple, so that's gonna be where we go. That's absolutely where we're gonna go to get our, but we need to make some other stuff first, but that's for next episode. Yeah, we need a sheep pet, or at least feather falling. Some feather falling would be real nice. Yep, definitely. Okay, well that's it, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. I know it's going a little slow, but things should start speeding up now. Now that we're getting everything together, it should start speeding up. I'm probably going to go do a few more improvements, do some looking around, and I might go searching for that cloud pet off camera. But if I do come across it, I'll make sure to get it on video, and it'll be part of the next video. But I hope you all enjoy. I hope you all take care. If you liked and enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button. And thanks so much for watching. As always, Joseph, Liam, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.